Good morning, friends. It is take two because apparently I messed up the video already this morning. I do not have my little friend Tadpole with me today because as you can see, I am not at my house. I have a special guest who's going to read to you today. They're standing over there so that we are 6 feet apart. So today's word of the day is mystery, and it goes with who our mystery guest is. I bet you don't know who it is, and I'm going to give you time to guess. And a mystery is something that people find hard to explain or understand. So I think you might be able to guess who one of my mystery guests might be, but in case you don't know, they'll be here in just a second. I'm going to push pause so that it'll just flip to the new person when they are ready to go. I will see you all later. I hope you have a wonderful day. It is a gross rainy Monday outside, but it will be better off later this week.
Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Bodica. I miss you all so much. And when Ms. Schultz said I could read a story to you, I could not believe how lucky I was. So I have a fabulous book to read with you today. It is called Norman, the Slug with the Silly Shell. Here's our friend Norman. All right, here we go. Norman the Slug thought snails were great. Wow, said Norman, look at them. They're amazing. But unfortunately, the snails didn't think Norman was great. Whee! Crash! Norman, you silly slug, they cried. You've spoiled our fun. This only works if you've got a shell. Norman felt left out. Sadly, he skulked off into the moonlight. If only I had a shell of my own, he sighed, looking at his reflection. And that's when he had an idea. Maybe I can have a shell after all, he thought. Notice how the moonlight looks like a shell on Norman's back. But finding a shell was not as easy as it seemed. One was too bouncy, one was too noisy, and one was already taken. Norman needed some time to think. Look down at the bottom, everybody, and look at the things around where Norman is thinking. Ta-da! A shell! It was perfect! Norman had never been happier. He could join the snails at last. How fabulous, a shell made out of donut! Norman loved being a snail, and the snails loved Norman's silly shell. But the fun didn't last for long. Suddenly there was a loud flapping of wings. Look out! Bird! Cried the snails in panic. Quick! Slither for your lives or we'll end up as supper. But the bird was more interested in Norman's silly shell. It looked delicious. Norman was being carried up, up, and away, higher and higher into the sky. What could he do? Norman did the only thing a slug could do. He made slime, lots and lots of it. With a slither and a slather, a slip and a slide, Norman was free. But he was falling faster and faster and faster until... Plonk! Norman, are you okay? Asked the snails. Wow, said Norman, that was great. I love flying. If only I had wings. Look on the clothesline. I see some purple Grundy undies. Ta-da! Look how smart Norman is. He used the undies to make wings. Pretty clever. The end. Thank you for letting me be your guest reader today. I can't wait to see you again.